My name's Dr Rob Brennan. I'm an assistant professor in the School of Computer Science at UCD. I lecture in the UCD MSc in Cybersecurity on the topics of cyber risk and standards and incident response. I'm a funded investigator in the Science Foundation Ireland ADAPT Centre for AI-driven digital content technology research, where I lead the Value and Risk Challenge, which is looking at risk, safety and trustworthiness for AI and other IT systems. I'm also a principal investigator of the Empower Data Governance project. Within that project, I work with the HSE on improving data governance. I'm a research affiliate in the UCD Centre for Cybersecurity and Cybercrime Investigation. I'm a visiting academic at the Trinity College Dublin Centre for Innovative Human Systems, which is a part of the School of Psychology, looking at the organisational aspects of safety systems in healthcare, aviation, cybersecurity and financial systems. For my background, originally I did a BSc in Applied Physics in DCU, then a Master's in Applied Maths in Queen's. I did my PhD in DCU in the area of telecom software systems. After graduation, I moved on to the Ericsson Network Management Research Group, where I was a senior researcher. I also worked in a couple of startups. A lot of my time has been spent on EU, US, Irish and industry research projects. In terms of my research interests, my main areas of expertise are in data governance, knowledge graphs, cybersecurity risk, data protection and AI governance. So you can see it's all about data management, but also the risk and safety around that. I'm currently working on projects that seek to improve risk and safety governance in high-risk domains like AI, health, cybersecurity and data protection. A lot of the time, I use knowledge graphs as an underlying implementation technology in order to store large amounts of data or metadata, enabling governance, trustworthy AI, transparency, privacy and data quality. For example, I work on the Data Privacy Vocabulary Standard, which is a semantic model for personal data handling inspired by GDPR. I'm the founding chair of the DCU Masters in Data Protection and Privacy, which covers both the schools of law and computing. Overall, I've over 25 years lecturing experience in computer science and electronic engineering in UCD, TCD and DCU. This module is about the methods and tools that we need to ensure that we get the best protection for the money that we're willing to spend on cybersecurity. So we need to have an understanding of the concepts of risk, risk response and mediation. The key focus of the module is how to prepare a system security plan or SSP. That includes doing risk assessment for any information system that you might be responsible for. I provide methods to navigate the wide range of cybersecurity risk management standards available. Both NIST and ISO standards are covered, and I show some of the connections and mappings between them. Because we're interested in risk, we also look at some standard cyber threats and mitigations or controls that are available. And I provide a lot of pointers to places where you can find more information, as this course is about teaching you to be an independent risk analyst. Students are encouraged to do their own research as part of the module. So I also cover methods to find and analyze the state of the art in this area. The target audience of this module is cybersecurity or systems managers, threat analysts, SOC analysts, or risk analysts who want to understand cyber risk. The type of teaching methods I employ are as follows. All lectures are recorded. We have a series of 3 workshops through the trimester. The first workshop covers an introduction to risk and also a self-assessment of where you are with respect to the concepts that we cover in the course. Then we have a workshop where students do presentations on independently chosen research papers, allowing you to customize the course. These are in research reading groups. We also have group work where the students present their system security plans and we discuss the pros and cons of these plans in an open environment. Group work is central to the course, and you get put into a persistent group that's used throughout the different activities. These groups will prepare system descriptions for the types of systems they want to study. Then they'll prepare an SSP for that system and perform risk assessments as part of the SSP. In addition, a learning journal is used for you to reflect on the things that you've learned in the course. So we see with lots of the EU regulations that a risk-based approach is mandated. It's embedded in GDPR, NIS2 and the forthcoming AI Act. So being familiar with risk-based assessment approaches is critical. This is needed in order to show compliance in a modern regulatory environment. Another emerging topic related to AI is, well, we all know the ISO 27000 series of specifications on cybersecurity, but now there's a new 42000 series on AI management systems, and this is particularly designed to support the AI Act. So compliance to these standards is going to be important for showing compliance under the AI Act itself. A key outcome for students is to understand the process of incident response. As in many areas of cybersecurity, there's several different processes available that are related, overlapping, and not quite the same. I focus on the NIST and CISA IOR processes, but I also discuss SANS and ISO and show how they can be related to those frameworks. We spend a bit of time in this module understanding how malware toolsets can work, seeing as they're the major threat that we're dealing with most of the time. We also focus on learning from major incidents. For example, the 2021 HSE attack in Ireland. We look at how to develop incident response plans based on the Cyber Resilience Review documentation from Carnegie Mellon, and also CISA guidelines. We look at the MITRE ATT&CK framework and how that can be applied to do gap analysis, SOC analysis, vulnerability analysis, planning and development of your networks, training and policies. We also look at how SOCs work in terms of data, collection, instrumentation, tools and analyst workflows. We examine different SOC architecture strategies and compare and contrast the different approaches. We spend a fair amount of time on cyber threat intelligence techniques to support more proactive approaches to incident response based on information sharing. Particularly, we discussed the MISP malware information sharing platform in terms of the data structures of the CTI streams that it uses. It's designed to be relevant to the cybersecurity architects, CTI analysts, SOC monitors, and SOC analysts. A key feature of the module is studying the PwC independent review report on the Conti cyber attack on the HSE. The structure of the course is based around group work. This is important for hybrid students to engage in peer learning. We've got fundamental information in the recorded lectures on IOR foundations and IOR methods and tools. We do some analysis of the report, but you yourself will be responsible for reading the report, doing some threat research, and also incident response plan improvement research in order to link with your group work on a revised incident response plan. We then test that plan through a tabletop exercise, which was very popular with the students. This helps us reflect on and evaluate our results, but it also helps you to run your own exercises in the future. It's quite an active, hands-on way of learning the material, as you're expected to engage with a real-world case study and make concrete suggestions for improved IOR planning. We can see there's a big emphasis in the course on proactive CTI-driven response, and this is generally seen as the future of IOR in organizations. Areas of CTI that are expanding include natural language processing of unstructured cyber threat intelligence in order to leverage documents, blog posts, and things like that. Typically in the past, we've had a focus just on structured approaches to CTI, which are efficient but hard to populate. Structured approaches are also expanding into using ontologies and knowledge bases that span multiple CTI sources or different types of CTI. One emerging area is the idea of AI incidents. The OECD have started to track these on a web page called the AI Incidents Monitor, and they're developing an AI incident reporting framework. We expect more and more AI incidents to occur, and the interface between these AI incidents and traditional cybersecurity incidents is going to increase over time, both as AI systems are being attacked and AI has been used to perform attacks.